you coming first?
Half width before in the middle, so I enlarged it on one side and then the other, so I can get two bikes in with ease without having to, you know, maneuver them too much. And then I sort of got, in the summer, I got round to basically fixing the main frame with the V5. Just make sure we're still recording. Yep, we are. Okay, so the main frame, first thing I needed to do is the cradle mounts, because the cradle mounts determine where the cradle goes, and the cradle determines where the engine goes. Now all of that stuff is critical because you obviously have to have the chain run completely straight and true, and also you got other stuff to fit above the engine like this thermostat bracket and your throttle cables, your power valve cables and everything like that. So first off, I sort of ordered some aluminium billet. I think it was, I can't remember what grade it was, but I basically researched the grades that they had, and I spoke to my welder and I got it as a block like this. And there you can see cardboard. I've basically made out the shape using that frame of what shape I need to basically cut this aluminium to. So I cut it out with an angle grinder, smoothed it, and basically got it to that stage, and that's how it was. So single hole, and then I put it on top. So that's basically how it's supposed to be, with two holes there, and I left a bit on extra, you know, just in case it's required. So that's what I did. Then I took it to the welder, who basically welded it in place. Let's find a picture of that. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So there's the welder working on it, and we basically welded it in place over there. Now that looks very crude, but you know, he assures me it's a strong weld. He does take for aluminium frame repairs and alloy wheel repairs and stuff like that. So yeah, he assures me that's strong, and yeah, so he's welded it there. So I brought that home, smoothed it down basically with an angle grinder, and basically made it look slightly nicer. Once I was happy with how it looked, I basically fitted the engine in there sort of crudely. So that's how it was supposed to be, and yeah, so I fitted the engine, but only like sort of in place. I didn't bolt it in because obviously it has to have two cradle mount holes in there. So I borrowed a sort of wireless drill from my friend in America, because my drill machine is too long to fit in between the frame rails. So he gave it to me. Thank you very much, Eric. Basically, that was tiny, so it could fit in that space. So I used that to just drill pilot holes, and then enlarge the holes from the other side with my larger drill. And that way, I basically got the holes to bolt in the, what do you call it, the engine cradle. So once I had the engine cradle, then I can basically get onto the engine mounts. So basically, I got the engine mounts here. So I just sort of smoothed out where there were the remnants of one of them, and then basically chopped the other engine mount off completely as well. So I chopped the other one off and put the engine in, and basically fabricated my own engine mounts as well. Let's have a look. Here they are. Yeah, so there's two engine mounts, almost identical. Drilled a hole in them and basically fitted the engine in, because the engine is held in with at 3 points. Now one is at the front of the engine cradle over here, then there's one lower engine mount which is on the frame itself, and then there's the upper engine mount which is on this rail in between the frame. So once it was bolted in two places, then the third place sort of anchors it in place. So that would be my engine mounts, which I just fabricated. So let's keep going. Yeah, so I got those two and basically held it in place there, and then basically cleaned them up, made them look nice. Come on, where's the pictures? Yeah, so cleaned them up, made them look nice like that, and basically took them to the welder. It was all in place. He just basically welded them in place, and that was the frame basically done to the extent where you can fit the engine. and he also did the shock mount welding. Now there were like little hairline cracks in the shock mount, and he basically welded over them. But I think I might have to revisit that sometime in the future, because I've seen where shock mounts have been welded, they crack again. So it might just be wise to, you know, get the whole shock mount replaced, because the tuning works do sell completely replaced you know, shock mount, which you can just weld in place. So yeah, that's the frame up till this point. Then after that, let's see. After that, I got onto sort of spray painting stuff. So all the sprocket carrier that you saw the other day. Then you got you know, some. I started making the under tray for this out of cardboard. All of this stuff is on Instagram if you want to go check it out. Then I have. I bought the front brake calipers. I basically put the tail on. Then I started fitting the tank. I realized the tank is actually dented from underneath, because I think someone had dented it from the top, and to basically get that dent out, they pressurized it. And I don't know if it got the dent out or not, but it basically, the pressure sort of pushed the tank out from underneath, so it's dented in 2 places underneath, which is a real faff. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that, because basically I could just I've tried hammering it, but it doesn't seem to really make any difference. I might need to press it with a hydraulic press or something. So there's that. And that sort of brings us to the present day, I guess. I graduated in the summer. I haven't found a job, an engineering job yet. So, you know, money is tight, and basically I have to basically hold myself back from doing anything expensive right now. So all of the stuff that I've been doing has been related to spray painting or stuff that I can do at home myself under a low budget. So that has been like the speedometer, that has been like basically the painting of the sprocket cover, painting of the gear shifter and stuff like that. Just general wiring loom stuff. And I've been putting stuff together as well. So like, I've got the throttle cable box, I've got the thermostat, I've got the power valve controller on this little bracket here, I've got the front end completely assembled, I've got the front cowling assembled, and I've got the discs waiting to go on. I need some disc bolts. So basically at this stage, all I need to do to get this project on the road is basically fix the radiator, sort of rebuild the engine, see the condition the crank is obviously, and you know, put everything together to rebuild the engine. Buy some coolant hoses, fill it with coolant, you know, get all the power valve cables and stuff set up, and then stick the tank on, stick some fuel in, and you know, it's ready to go after an MOT, of course. But yeah, so I'm really very close to the end, but I've had to slow myself down because I literally don't have any money to, you know, throw at it. Right now is where it needs the money, so the engine rebuild is going to cost around £500. And then the radiator repair might cost £100 or so. Then you got all the little niggly stuff and setup. So yeah, that's where we are with the project right now. So I've just had to restrain myself over these past few weeks and months. But I think we are making solid progress. Like, that will get it onto the road, but my objective is basically the panels aren't very well sprayed. They've got red showing underneath where they've been scratched and stuff, and the tank is dented, and the tail is fiberglass sort of race tail, and it's not that nice. So the plan is, my dad is going back to Pakistan in December, and I've asked him to bring the tank from the Pakistani bike, which is no dent, hopefully no rust as well, and the M tailpiece, which is in 3 pieces, so you've got one piece there, and one on the other side. And that will mean we can basically revert to the stock tail arrangement. And because I don't like this race tail, it's fiberglass, light, it's cheap, it's not very well made. So once that is done, then basically the bike will be ready to basically, I think, respray. So we're going to prep the tank, prep everything. I don't know if I'm going to do it myself. I might give it to a professional depending on price. But basically the plan is to go black with grey decals like the VJ22Ms, but I might, you know, twist it a bit in my sort of way. I don't like completely stock bikes, so if I'm respraying it, I might as well, you know, go a bit further with it, make it my own bike. So yeah, that's once it's you know, on the road and hopefully roadworthy, and I'm riding it about. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the project. It's been quite a long video. I guess I may have split up into 1 or 2 videos, but yeah, if you're really that interested in the project, you would have watched it all. But so that's where I'm at with the project right now, and hopefully I'll have more videos coming soon to, you know, show you what I'm doing to the project and how it's going to get along. But I reckon this is going to be amazing once it's finished. It's going to be good. Stay tuned for the rest of it. See you guys. Damn, she's sexy.